I am just a wee bit early. I've got a new setup, and I may have to find a new light source. Hold on one moment. Switching lights. Maybe. Ooh, everybody's popping in. Hold on. I can do picture-in-picture. I just have to figure out a better setup. Okay, so we have Daisy and Maureen and Kim and Melissa and Pam. Hello, hello, hello. So, big questions. Can you hear me? And how's the picture look? Hump day! Yeah! Hello, Susie! Oh, wow! That looks good on my phone. Hot dog. Today is your birthday. That's awesome, Susie. Happy birthday to you. Oh, let's mute that. But are you guys getting that good of a quality? Well, let me tell you, I was about ready to ship this camera back because I was not happy with the streaming yesterday. When I watched the replay back, it was terrible. Hi, Judy. I feel so professional. It's actually looking pretty darn good. Whew. Sound and picture are fine. I am using my little microphone stand, and I can adjust the volume now. So if I sound really pitchy or weird, I can adjust that. For the little bit that I had on on my phone here, it sounded okay. And guess what I'm using on my laptop to stream, you guys? Streamlabs. The same people that I stream from on my phone directly to YouTube. I have their laptop version. And I'm excited. I do have to play around with stuff because, like, you can see my little image there it's all blown out. But, you know, at least I can see you guys for a little bit. And when I go to read comments, this is where I'll be looking. Here's to looking at you, kid. All right. Janine says it's better than yesterday. And Susie's getting some birthday hellos. Woohoo. Who's that in the corner? That's me. Favorite movie? Well, I've got a lot of favorite movies. But, Elizabeth, is your AC on? I'm assuming that says AC. I'm not seeing that whole little chatter box right there. Yes, my AC is on. Are you guys getting a hum? My AC and fan. Although I could probably turn down my fan. I feel like I'm yelling over the top of it. I'll put you on a number 1 fan. Whew. Hi, Lori. Oh, Carmen popped in. I'm going up to look to see which Lori popped in. Hello. All right. I'm all infatuated that you guys can actually see me and hear me. Gloria, I shared your Halloween joke with my nephew. He loved it, cracked up, and ran around the house telling everyone. Well, I want to hear the Halloween joke. Did I miss it? Yeah, no sound from the AC or fan. That makes me happy. You guys, hold on one sec. I need to get something for you. No. Don't go that way. Oh, see, that looks better. Carmen is driving. Drive safe. Okay. What does a witch's car sound like? Vroom vroom? Would that be like broom broom? Oh, please tell me that's the answer. That would be funny. She got all the paint off her hands from yesterday. Yep. Well, except my nails. It did stick to that, which, I don't know, it looks kind of cool. But I need to do them up. But this is almost dry. Just like with paper, if it feels cold, that means it's not quite dry. But I love how this turned out. And I'm hoping you guys can see it better than what it was yesterday. I think when I resin it, I'm going to put some glitter in there so it'll be even more glittery. But after you all left, you should have seen my desk. It was a disaster because I just had to pour some more. And this right here, that gold just oozes out. Oh, and I wanted to show you these because when I poured them, they made the little puddles, and I had a piece of watercolor paper down, and I took all of the extra cup paint and everything, and I goozed them together, smooshed them together, and I made this. It was covered in this blackish grayish color, and then I put a piece of paper, another piece of watercolor over the top, and made that beauty. Look at that. I'm super excited. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one, but I had a big puddle of paint on my desk, so I got it wet and I moved it around and I picked this up. Look at that. Look at how grungy that is. Broom broom, I knew it. Ha ha, broom broom. Sorry, Pam, I must have missed that you were driving. Oh, is Pam driving? Somebody's driving. Be safe, all. And then with the little tiny bit that was left on the desk, I picked it up and you can see all the paint flecks that had dried, and I smooshed them into the piles and picked it up. And because there was some mica in the paint, some of this is shimmery, and I'm loving this. I almost feel like this needs to be a big project. What we're going to work with is this middle one, the third of my cleanup. And I'm going to pull out my distress paint. You could use any kind of paint. You can use ink. I mean, just anything to get some color down. But I think the paint's going to work better for me. And then I'm pulling out some texture goodies. I've got the grit paste and crypt, and I got the texture paste and grave. These two are gray colors, and this one's got some stuff in it. And this one's just a matte white. I'm going to see if I can take a little bit and add some black paint to it. We're going to see. if we can colorize this. I want it more black than these, which I could add stuff to there, but these have grit in them, and I don't want my house gritty. Because I was remembering, oh, there it is. I do have a Halloween stamp set. I bought this a while ago, and it came with this little stencil. And I thought the texture paste through this would be really cool. I was thinking about doing my little moon and then the little witch, and see if we can't get her on here and maybe emboss her so she's shiny. We can chop this up, and we can sure spray some of this down. I don't have a ton of colors, but yeah, we'll spray some of this down. I just gotta get my big chop. Get the big mamma jamma. Doo-doo-doo-doo. All right. Wow, this, I don't know which part I want to work with. I think I'm seeing this as a bottom. So if my card is going to be, if that's the bottom, I need to turn it around so that I can cut this at 5 inches. Okay. How big is this? That doesn't give us a ton of room. Well, maybe, nope. I don't know. So that's that big. Then our little witch, I want her like in the moon. You know what, guys? I think we're going to go big today. I think we're going to make a 5x7. Okay? So, and if you're liking Halloween cards, you know, be sure to give some input because you might be getting this card. It will be a surprise. It's going to go out into the mail tomorrow with some other cards that I have ready to go. Surprise, surprise. Wait, that's 7.5. We just need a 7. Just a 7. Make sure we got that. It feels a little crooked. There we go. Pinch. And down we go. Hi, Sandy. I do. I have a lot of fun crafting. This is right up my alley. Let me tell you. I love it. Okay, so this is the one I need to cut that way. And let's see what we have here. Actually, let's put that down. Our little stopper. And so this is a little over 7. I don't know if I want to do more 5x7s or work on smaller. Let's do, how wide is this? 11. So I could cut this at 5.5. I'm going to cut that at 5.5 and then figure it out. 5.5. Okay. There we go. And then my card, that's the bottom, and I want that side, so we're going to do 5 on this one. Okay. 5, because we're doing 5x7, so this will be a nice 5x7. And then this one is just a little bit bigger, and I can trim it down later. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it, but we'll hose them down and have some glittery fun. Yeah, this grunged watercolor paper is just clean up. I had the biggest mess. It was lovely. Okay. Set that aside. Okay, so here's what I was thinking. we're going to have our little stencil. Wait, no, it would go this way because when I peel it off, it's going to stick there. So our little stencil, our little witch, she's going broom broom. Okay, and then actually if we scoot this up a little, because now we have extra playing room, we could stamp the fence and emboss it right over, well, below it, because if we do a texture paste, we're not going to be able to stamp on it. So we'll do this just low enough that we can get our fence in there. This one's going to have all sorts of goodies. And then we'll hand paint a little tree in there. Wiggles and squiggles for our tree. But I'm liking this. And then I pulled out, there you are, my stencil maker for my moon. Okay. Oh yeah, see, that would be perfect for her. And I was thinking we could do the moon in yellows and maybe a little bit of gray. We'll see how that goes. We'll use some black soot maybe for the moon. Do the base color in yellow. That might work. And if it doesn't, oh well. Okay, so first things first. This stencil is already sticky. So that's kind of neat. You just have to be careful not to rip the little bits off. And I want to say I got this at either Joann's or Michael's after Halloween. You know how that is. Okay, let's put this down here. Make sure we get enough fence area. Get our little moon out of there. I want this more centered because she's got a lot of room. I don't have to use those bats. So I'm going to put her right there in the moon. Yeah. So we're just going to stick that down. Like so. Stick 'em, stick 'em, stick 'em. Stick 'em, stick 'em, stick 'em. Do-do-do-do-do. Mary Landers, hello, hello. We're going to just cover that set of bats up. Then we're going to try not to stencil that. I better cover it up. Better cover it up. Knowing me. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of paper because I get heavy-handed and a little crazy. So that one's kind of close to the edge. We're just going to cover that up like so. And maybe do the bats somewhere else. Here we go. Everybody's portioned off. Okay. So we're going to take... I'm just going to take my little block there. Grab a little spatula. Ooh, fun. Pam is expecting mail from Miami. Mr. Abraham. Oh, Mr. Abraham posted some really beautiful cards on Instagram. If you guys don't have Instagram, it's a good place for inspirationals and you guys checking out videos for Instagram giveaways. Companies do giveaways. Yeah, see me in the corner. Sorry about the lighting, which is weird because, you know, the camera is there. I wonder if I put that light there. No. Something. Let me know if this is better. I don't know. Instagram. Oh, what is his IG? Let me see if I can shorten you guys. Nope. Shorten you. Minimize. Okay, I'm going to lose my comments for a second. Oh, you know what? I'm so dumb. Well, not really, but you know, sometimes I forget what I'm doing. Instagram. Oh, he was right there too. Nope, wrong button. Search button. Search. Abe. Nope, Abe. Abraham. And copy. YouTube. See if that pops in there. Oh, look, it did. I can share links. There is his Instagram. And I'll try and remember it to post it in the description since we're talking about it. So you don't have to leave if you don't want to. Okay. And then, I'm only going to put a couple of drops of the black in to start, because we can always add more, but we can't take away. Oh man, look it. Yeah. And you'll want to be kind of careful when you're adding liquidy stuff to your texture paste, because it can change how it applies and works. Oh man, look at that. That may not be enough, but we can always make more. And it doesn't have to match perfectly because, well, it's a creepy old house. Okay, here we go. We're going to make sure that's nice and stuck down. And I'm just going to start and pull it. Okay. And I'm being very gentle. Okay. I don't want to put it in the crevices and then pull it back out. I'm going to push that down to get it off the spatula. And then just kind of pull it in there. And when you go to take it off your spatula, when you go to put it down, you don't have to do it hard. Very gentle. Okay. Just moosh that in there. Moosh away. Okay, so that wasn't quite enough. I don't want to contaminate my white, so I'm just going to grab a new spatula. Just going to pull out a little bit. Okay. Put that right on my mixing block. I'm going to add one. And, well, I got 2 drops in there. I wanted one in a little bit, but that's okay. Get that all nice and mixy. You can do this right on your mixed media mat. I, however, am just going to do it on this. I think it'll be a little bit easier to clean. But I'm using the side without the engraved lines, because then it might become grout. Okay, so we've got it on there. And again, I'm just going to set it on at like a 45-degree angle and just gently pull. Okay, gently push just to get it in there. I've never like really played with this stuff. It's really kind of cool. And it totally reminds me of mud, the putty stuff that you put on your walls to fix holes or to add texture, you know. So if you've done that, you can definitely do this. Now, I'm trying to get a little bit off the top, so I'm trying to make it even, but my paper's warpy. That's okay. Just be gentle. Put these little guys over there. Oops, I missed the little chunk. Set that there. Oh, this is going to be pretty cool. And then we're just going to grab a section of it and gently pull. Try not to stop and let it fall back on itself. There it is. And then I'm going to just drop this into my, well, probably not drop it into my bucket, but I'm going to hose it off in my bucket. Put it in there upside down. Okay, let that soak. All right, and then hopefully this won't take too long to, couldn't see. Okay. I'm gonna delete mine since ER posted the link. Yeah. Oh, okay. Like drywall, kinda, yeah. Yeah, like spackle. That's the one. Hello, Craft with Barbara Drake. Cheryl, hello. All right, so I've got a little bit of this left. Let's put it on something. Let's not let it go to waste, okay? I'm just going to add more grunge to my grungy paper. Just add some texture. And what's fun about texture paste is I did mine kind of smooth, but you can still see the lines and stuff in there. But you can totally just add texture to that. Hopefully this will dry enough that we can spray on it and see what it does. Look at that. Get a little bit up here in this corner. Just tap it on there. Ooh, look at that. Loving that. Art wax. And art wax. I don't think I have. If I know that there's like gilding wax and gilding pastes. Is that maybe similar? Do not have a towel. I have a towel now. All right. So I'm just going to use my water. And it comes right off. A little bit of pressure where it dried a little bit, but nice helpful little block there. There we go. Nice clean palette. Nice clean palette. And oops. Nice clean table. Yay! Okay. And I just noticed that I didn't put the foamy piece back on. Either put the foamy piece on or a little bit of saran wrap to help it stay moist and not dry out too soon. Okay. So while that's doing its thing, drying, we can work on some stuff. Hopefully get that in there without getting into my, there we go, just turn that around. Yeah. So that's, That even looks like a neat moon right there. Cordelia says it's raining where she is. I smelt rain last night. Look at that. So I'm not sure what color I had on this last, so I'm just putting some yellow on and then wiping it off. It's sunny and 72 for Gloria. Okay. Oh, I put that in there just a little bit, but that's okay. So I'm just going to hold this as tight as I can and just ink that yellow right in there. And this is just a circle. So if you have a circle laying around, a circle punch, you can easily make your own. Look at that. Okay, now without adding any more ink, I'm going to start in the center and kind of just pull out. Okay, and what that will do is that'll give you a glow. If you need a glow for anything, start in the center and work your way out without adding any more ink. And you'll have a beautiful glow. Look at that. I'm loving that. Okay, get that put away. And then thinking here, we're going to put the little witch on there. We're going to maybe emboss her or maybe put some glue on her after we stamp. We'll try and emboss her though. And if that doesn't work, we'll add a little bit of glue to her and put some glitter on her. The hubby wanted to chat with Cordelia. Shame, man, shame. Cordelia says he's old, so I have to make allowances. This is just a watercolor paper. It is a cold press, so it has that texture on it, which is really great when you're picking up the spills on your paint, on your glass mat or media mat. It just grabs it differently. Okay, so there's that. And then we're going to stamp that, but I do want that to dry a bit. Do I want to use my Moony bits? I don't know. I kind of like it like that. But we will see. We will see. Maybe we'll just do one set. We'll do this set right on top of it. And I was going to use black and silver in my moon, but I think I'm just going to daub on a little bit of the silver. And I grabbed a paintbrush. So I'm just going to put a little bit of the silver right there. That's a little too much. Put my little thing in there any way you want to. And then I'm going to try and dry paint this. Just kind of tap it in there. Just tap, tap, tappity, tap, tap, tappity. Add some shimmer to the moon. Hi, Joyce. Thanks for joining today. How are ya? Okay, I'm happy with that. We we added some shimmer to our moon. La 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 la. Yes, this is my Stencil Design. I've just got to figure a couple things out. I am going to move this moon up a little bit, but I'm really loving the designs because you can use all three, you can use one, you can use two, you can do whatever you want. And you saw, I mean, it's just a circle, but it's got enough covered. I didn't make a mess. And yeah, I just used the one for that because it just shows all of that paper in the back. I'm loving it. But I'm going to have to set that aside because we have to deal with that. So we're going to grab this one. And let's, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Let's daub it on. Let's daub it on. Grab my crusty dauber. And if you guys were with me the other day and I pulled out the lunar paste and I said my crusty one versus a brand new one, and then we hosed this one down, I sprayed it with a lot of water and wiped it up, and look, it's still spongy and good. You just got to let it dry and it's good as new again. But I'm going to grab up my crusty one and we're going to just daub on some silver just to give it some bling and to use up the paint. Very monochromatic. Lots of tippity-tappeting. Look at that. Big old dollop right there. And so now I'm only going to clean up a little bit versus that whole little puddle. And I have just added bling, some shimmery goodness to my paper. Who's got a new desk? Oh, da, 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 da. Ooh, Joyce has a new desk. Congratulations. New stuff is always exciting, right, guys? I mean, you open the mail and you're like, woohoo, new stuff. Oh. All right. Just gonna hose that off, although it won't clean the crusty red. It'll still be good for my next crusty adventure. Is that funny? Put you away. And water bottle. I forgot to get water. I forgot the water. I forgot the water. Slooshing around. Nice clean brush. Put you away. Set you up there. And see, we changed our mind about the moon. Back and forth. It's alright. Put that over there. Okay, so we're going to let this dry a little bit longer. Okay. Because I don't want to do the stamping of the witch and stuff and accidentally muck that up. So, we'll just play around. If you guys don't mind, we'll let that dry. Because this is what happens. You do something, and then you're like, oh man, I gotta let it dry. Now what? Well, now you can play. While you're waiting, ooh, that's not gonna take too long to dry. Some of that's already dry. That's impressive. So we'll hose this one down, and then we'll hose that one down. Ta-da! The splat box has arrived. Alright, so what do we got? What do we got? We got Distress Green. Let's see, what is that? Twisted Citron, Carved Pumpkin, Mica, Mica, Mica. There's that purple. So we have the Halloween assortment. It was a 3-pack. They're all 1 ouncers. And I'm thinking, let's do these. And since we have the orange, we'll do the oxide and then the Mica Stain in the jack-o'-lantern. And we'll just have a little bit of purple and green. Frozen? Oh no. We have some that say frozen and some that say no. Okay. Yeah, my 7 o'clock lives are pretty good. That and a lot of people remember this time. Oh, speaking of remembering, let's shake this down here. On the Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends Facebook group, I do have a calendar pinned. It's a link to a calendar. And if you save that on your desktop, you can go to that calendar, and anytime there's an adjustment or anything, it automatically updates you. You don't have to update it. But right now, I have myself, Debbie J., and Linda Tomaine as people who do lives on a regular, so they're listed in there. Like tonight, after me, is Linda at 9. Okay. Oh, Pam did get her package from Abraham. Melissa Crawford says, what? A group? How did I miss that? Look, let me go. Let me go to Facebook. And go to my groups. And then we're going to share the group. Ha 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 ha, I like this. I like being able to share the links so easily. And yes, we're all wondering. Abraham sent a bunch of die-cut flowers, one of his masks, and a card. That's lovely, because Abraham makes the facial masks, the COVID masks. It is all Eastern. The times that I put in the calendar are going to be all New York time. Okay. And when they tell you to shake them back and forth, but you know what? I can never get the bottoms cleaned. So sometimes you just got to deal with a clog, I guess. Okay, now I'm going to push until I can feel it tighten up, and then I'm going to go slowly and hopefully get some good fatty splatties, like those little guys there. I'm liking that. I'm going to do the same with the purple. Purple's a little messy. Just clean that off. Oh yeah. Like that. Clean out the lid before we put it back together. Oh. Sensitive nose, Miss Pam. I have to be careful when I walk into department stores that have spray perfume. I didn't used to have a problem, but nowadays it's like, oh my gosh, it's like they're trying to kill me. Okay, we're going to go in some green now. Super green, super green. And if you don't want your colors to mix, dry in between. Okay, I don't mind. It's a mucky background, so if the purple and green and mix and make more mud, then so be it. That is not going to hurt my feelings at all. Okay, and now we're going to grab the Distress Mica Stain. Most floral scents are not good for me. Yeah, mine are those, the powdery smelling ones. They, for some reason, think women smell good, like powder or whatever. Those ones really bother me. My mom used to be uber allergic, and there was a lady at a spray counter asking if we wanted to smell or take a sample, and my mom was very polite and said no, and she sprayed it anyways. My mom had an asthma attack right then and there. I had a few choice words for the lady, but a lot of people don't understand. When we say no, it's not because we're being rude. It's, we don't want to die. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo-hoo-hoo. Jack-o'-lantern makes an appearance. Because the oxide does some crazy wild stuff. I mean, just look at that. You never know what you're going to get. You spray purple, but, greens, yellows, purples with this weird halo around them. And the glitter from the Mica Stain. Ooh, it's so yummy. I think we should cut a bat out of that. If we do it right, we can use the positive and the negative. That would be fun, I think. All right, let's hose down this guy. He's mostly dry. Yeah, so if you do it thin enough, this stuff dries fairly quick. Okay, so I'm going to use the Mica Stain, and this time I'm going to really get it in there so it drips. Okay, we're just going to let it get drippy. Ooh, look at that. Let's add some flickering candle with that. I'm going to get it moving a little with some water. Get a little bit more movement in there. Oh, I like that. You guys can't see that. So I've sprayed it really heavy at the top with the two colors and then just let them shoot down. I'm going to add some more water. I want that to really pool. There we go. There we go. I needed that extra drip there. It was looking a little naked. Let's see if we can't do that with this one. Ooh, that's so pretty. And you can see the black in there. And then we've got this texture added in there. Oh. These mica stains, man, they get me in trouble. Paper cut on my project? I wear my mask when I go out anywhere, and trying to tell my husband the mask goes over the nose bothers me a lot. Today, he was wearing it on his wrist. My husband does that too. I'm like, dude, if you're going to wear it under your nose, then don't bother wearing it. Because you're not stopping anything. I love him to death though, but sometimes. Challenging WJ with a bloodbath. Absolutely. Look at that. Ugh. I love this. Can you guys see it? Kind of picks up the shine of it. But in real life, it's weird because I can see this yellowy hue versus the orange hue sitting side by side. And there's a lot of dimension in the color bleeding from adding the extra water. It's fabulous. They almost look like trees. And then the stuff right over the texture paste, that just is really interesting right there. I like that. How it kind of cakes up and does very interesting things. Next. Okay, so what do we got? Let's add a little bit more darkness to it. We're going to add some Empty Tomb mica spray. And we're going to tone it out a little bit with a dark brown, which I have Walnut Stain. So we're going to add the Walnut Stain first. And I'm going to hold it high and squirt it like normal. Okay. So no extra squeezing or anything. Just a normal even spritz. And it fans out everywhere. So we've got this nice gritty, the silver paint. You can still see it through there. Purple. She says we want purple. Okay, let me switch from the Empty Tomb to the purple. We'll add our purple that way. Oops. It reminds me of iodine. Yep. I'm scared of the mica sprays after the crooked broomstick exploded on me and ruined some. Oh, don't be shy. Just clean your area. Kind of. Sometimes it might be a little pressure in there. Just open it up. You know, if you're a little leery, you can always shake them in a rag, and then when you open them up, you can see if they've leaked anywhere. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing where I'm gonna try and get just bigger globs like that one. There we go. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Just slow squirting. Ooh, that's very nice. So we added our touch of purple in there. Good choice, good choice. I like it. So pretty. And the purple and the silver actually look really good together. Are the trees in your area changing colors yet? Not quite yet. She says that's before you did Empty Tomb, but that's okay. Yep. So we just have a little brown undertone, and then we can add in more black. Add in some solid black speckums. Where is that fan brush? Fan brush. There you are. fan brush. I'm going to add back the black. Put a couple of drops of the black paint. A little drop of water. Get that all in there. And then do some tapping. Tappy, tappy, tapping. Ooh, that looks good. Let's see if some black splats would look good on this guy. Not too many on that one, though. There we go. I'm liking that. Just added back in the brightness of the black. Much better, much better. Well, that was nice of them to credit you the bottle. Sharing the splatter, right? Operator error. It happens. Okay. So, do I have a piece of scrap paper? I do. Just gonna use up this black paint. Because waste not, want not, right? It's actually nice sparklies. And then all I'm cleaning up now is just a little bit of paint. Instead of that whole glob that I had down. Ooh, sorry about that. Scared myself. Dropping stuff everywhere. I forget that I have the little camera up there. Putting a bobby pin on the bristles of a fluffy... Hey, that's a good idea. To make your own fan brush. I've just got a cheapy little guy. Came in a pack. That's all I used. But it works a lot better than a toothbrush. I thank Kathy Zilski for sharing that, though she got the news from somebody else she was watching. I was like, really? A fan brush? And I tried the fan brush. Yeah, it works. Okay, so this one, I'm going to put a little bit of the mica stain in there because I did pick up a little bit. There we go. And I love that. I just gave it one partial squirt and it just dusted that really beautifully. This will be fun to ink blend over the top of, just to see what it does. Same with this one, just to have some splats underneath. When I do the splat box though, I feel like it doesn't cover enough. Do you guys feel that way? Because I don't know if you can see this, but I've got this halo of spray everywhere. And I wouldn't be so sad, but sometimes I run out of cleanup paper. Gotta go digging for the cleanup paper. Let's see what we got going on here. Ooh, that was a neat spot. Ooh. Going on over there. See, this should all have been in the splat box, but it's all over my desk. I just don't know how I feel about that. I know how I feel about that. I like it. Very interesting. So clean up on aisle 3. See what we can do with our haunted house. Ooh, yeah, that's mostly dry. Woohoo. Okay, so we've got our fence. You guys, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe if we stamp it and emboss it and then cut it and put it over, I think it's going to do better. So we're going to do that. We're going to stamp it twice and emboss it. But we're going to make our own black paper. If I can find my black ink. And then just kind of make it grungy like my paper there. Doesn't have to be pretty. Because I've got a bronzy color that we can emboss in, and I think that will be pretty. Tap the side of the fan brush on the paper, adds a fun image. Ooh, yeah. That's a good idea. Stop at your big bot store and get a big box. That's one. So I just need to go a little bit further down. I suggested that to Cassie Trask, and her hubby applauded the suggestion for a splat box. That's nice. Ha! Doesn't that just look city? Such a well-named black soot. It's so well-named. And then where I got it, like it looks like my, I stamped, tapped instead of swirling. You just work more color in that area. Just do a lighter hand. And then I'm just going to connect those two little areas. Looks like creepy fingers, creepy figures. Little creepy ghosties. I miss Costco, although it's only an hour away, and I drove, that just sounds weird. I had to drive an hour and a half to the Costco in Washington if I ever wanted to go. But having the Sam's Club only 20 minutes away, I haven't been to a Costco in a couple years. See, and I just added that black mess to my brown mess. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this. And then I'm going to, guess who didn't pull out their embossing stuff? Embossing stuff. See, I have this gold. I have a silver. I have like a bronzy color. And that's about what I have. And we need this. And we need... Where's it at? You didn't get put away. Here you are. So, what are we thinking? An hour away? That's sad. I have 3 within 20 minutes. That's how the Sam's Clubs are around here. They're just really... The Costco's are... There's one in PA that's an hour away, and then there's one in the direction of Cincinnati. I think it's an hour away. Or no, not Cincinnati. I don't know. It's that way. What are we thinking? I'm thinking maybe silver. As I'm looking at all of this, a silver fence, maybe? Everything is at least 45 minutes away from me, unless you want to shop at Dollar General or the Piggly Wiggly. I don't think I've ever been to a Piggly Wiggly. We have tons of Dollar Generals, Family Dollar, and Dollar Trees. They're like every so many blocks you hit one. And then the other block is either Rite Aid or Walgreens. Oh, it's kind of insane. Or cemetery. I've never seen so many cemeteries. Ohio is full of them. Any suggestions, my friends? Creative. Oops. Good. Rural living. That's what we had in Washington. It was 30 minutes to anything. 10 minutes to the gas station. I loved it though. Because you could wake up, look out the window, and see deer and squirrels, groundhogs, or not groundhogs, ground squirrels. I do not have any metallic ink pads. Nope. No metallic. Oh, I need to dusty. Add the dust, not remove the dust. I was watching Dell and Artie. I'm just subscribed a couple of weeks ago. I think it was mentioned on Linda's channel. I'm not sure. But Linda mentioned me on his live because I guess he went live. I guess you guys were talking about that last night because I kind of was not paying attention like as usual. And I was watching one of his older videos and I was cracking up. Dude pulled out a bottle of baby powder and just sprinkled his paper and then threw it in dusted it off in the garbage. And I'm like, why didn't I just think of that? Because who uses baby powder? Silver. Yeah. I don't know. But I do have silver in the moon, so. Yeah. Okay, first a mark. Two silvers. Here we go. Stamp that one. And if it doesn't stamp perfect, I'm not going to cry about it. Sandy uses baby powder too. I used to use flour back in the day. I don't know if you guys remember Miss Grossman stickers. And she would make them and you could build with them like layers and layers of actual flowers, and then you would use baby powder or flour to make the parts not sticky that you didn't want to stick. I think it works if it's corn starched based. Hopefully, if you all have baby powder, you're checking it, because if it's a talcum powder, they are currently suing because it caused cancer. My mom had that particular type of cancer and died from it. I chose not to join the lawsuit because I would rather sue her doctors. That was a nightmare. But I can't afford to sue them, so. Silver. Canada's cornstarch for anti-static embossing. Yeah. Talcum based. You want to avoid that. You want to get the baby powders that say they have cornstarch in them, because that's supposed to be all natural, anyways. More natural. Oh, you guys! Look at those fences. Ooh, I think I'm happy I did it that way. Okay, here's a good test. We're going to turn on that heat gun and see how that sounds. But on the plus side, I can always turn it down. Good night, Kim. Enjoy your dinner. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, here we go. Heat tool is going on. Ooh, look at those pretties. Prolonged use of Benadryl has been linked to dementia. I wouldn't doubt it. Benadryl is some crazy stuff. I do have a large bottle of Benadryl. I share it with my dog. This is her itchy season. We're not sure what causes it. She just gets super itchy, and we just give her a Benadryl and a week or so of that, and she stops her itchies. It's quite interesting. And then I use it when my 2 allergy pills don't work, which since moving here to Ohio, that's not as often as it used to be. I remember one day we were going to have a yard sale at my auntie's house, and we were selling off my mom and dad's stuff that, nobody wanted, or, I couldn't hoard anymore. So we got in the truck to drive to my aunt's house, and my allergies kicked in like super bad just before we left, and I had popped 1 Benadryl. And halfway to my aunt's house, because it's an hour and a half away, I had to take another Benadryl. I'm sitting there. My allergies are just going wild. My aunt's like, "Are you sick?" I'm like, "No, these are my allergies." I'm like, "I'm going to take another Benadryl and go take a nap." Popped another Benadryl, took a nap, woke up like nothing ever happened. And she was like, "What?" Somebody's knocking. I don't know. That or my son's beating somebody up. I don't know. Oh, I bet he's cleaning the bathroom. Well, he better be. He said he was gonna. But, yeah. Sometimes the allergy, I take 2 allergy pills. One in the evening and one in the morning. And some days, neither one of them work. And yeah, they're 2 different ones. No, Daisyville says, I gave Benadryl to my pupper too. Duke had rashy armpits. I wonder if it harms the pups. I don't think it does because the Benadryl was actually suggested by the vet. I had took Foxy in because she was just manic and she didn't have fleas and we couldn't see any like bugs or anything on her, and she was just uber manic. And he's like, well, something in the diet or something in the air. And so we changed her food and that didn't work, and we started her on the Benadryl, and after a week or so she calmed down and didn't need any more Benadryl. It was weird. And she's doing it again this season. Blexton? I've not heard of that. I will have to look at that because I hate Benadryl. Man, I take that and I'm out. I'm like a zombie. And if I take 2, see you tomorrow. Oh, look at that. This is a really thick paper. It's just some scraps. My 120 card base. When you're chopping small, tight turns, it's not the best paper, but I wasn't too caring. Oh, I like that. But I don't want to cover up my tombs. I'll just drop it down just a little bit. There we go. Maybe if I just trim that little bit, just a little bit closer. That'll work. All right, next. Hi, Diane of Oz. Better late than never, we say. Silver was a good choice for the fence. I think so too. It's really pretty. And I'm not cutting perfectly, but I am trying to cut a little bit closer to the nubs. Just a wee bit closer. Yeah, I'm going to have to write that down, Lexton. Because I take a generic, I think it's Claritin, and a generic Allegra. Their main ingredients are different. So, it works for the most part. But I can always tell when I forget to take it. Oh, I made those lumpy, didn't I? I don't know. Can I make them lumpy now, though? Just cut in a little bit. Cut that end off because I'm going to have too much anyways. Do. Guys have any plans for the weekend? That's a fabulous idea. Oh, you know what I found out the other day? Pam's just rubbing the back with the bone folder. Okay. I was making my card bases, and you guys, you're scoring along, and sometimes your tool hops out of the reservoir, and then you get this weird thing. Did you know you can rub that out if you don't push too terribly hard? I was like, man, that was clever. Okay. Ooh, what if we did it like a gate right there? Maybe this way, a gate to the fence. Or do we want to try and open it? Because now it's like, can you open the gate? No, we're going to do this. We're going to stick to this plan. And maybe this part of the fence is crooked. Or this part, because it fell. No. Keep it like that. Maybe we'll do that. Kind of like that. Switch you though. Just have it like an opening right there, and then the person would go into there. Ooh, I like that. Okay, I'm digging that. Let's get that glued on there. And it's kind of thick, so fish fry. Fish fry. I take 2 in the AM and 2 at night. We're going to mushroom picking. I've never done that. Because I've got watercolor paper I'm trying to stick this to, I'm just going to use my double stick tape to make sure this gets a nice good stick. And then I only need to do a little bit on this end. Right? Yeah. One there, put that one there, and then we can still see that. But I am going to add a little bit of black right through here, just to kind of give it a little round area between our gate. And then I put it in the wrong spot. Look at me. Our ground right there. Yeah, nice dark area. Walleye mostly, awesome clean, white fish, not fishy. Hello, Debbie J. Thanks for popping in. Pickerel. That's funny. Pickerel. So I'm just going to put this down just enough that we can still see the tombs. there. Ta-da! And look, we have a teeny bit of fence. Okay. Put that over there. Yes! I am using Streamlabs on the PC, and it allowed me to do that. But I can't change the shape of it just yet. I'm not sure how to do that. But yeah, look at that. I think it looks great with our little silver moon. And I've lost my witchy poo. We're going to stamp her right there. And we're going to stamp her, I think we're going to stamp her in black. And then emboss it, maybe? I don't know. I don't know, do I want to emboss it or do I just want to stamp it? I'm feeling that I just might want to just stamp it. But I do need placement because I'm probably going to have to stamp it a couple of times, being on watercolor paper. She has fence envy now. It's an old fence. Who is that from? Hampton Arts, Studio G. We're going to get this little gem right into the corner. Then, like, she's going to go in for a landing at her home. Used to throw them away, now we keep them. Aw, laptop audio isn't working. I'm sorry. So frustrating when the technology doesn't work like it's supposed to. So we're just going to ink up our little witch poo. And I'm using the VersaFine Clair and Nocturne because it is super rich. Pickerel cheeks are an appetizer out here. Yuck. Oh, you guys. Yeah, I'm glad we just stamped her because I think that's just going to be what we need since we have the shine from the moon and the shine from this. I don't think she needs to be shiny. The only thing is her hat's a little shiny. It's kind of awesome that just her hat is shiny in there. Alright. Her hat's soaking up the magic of the moon. Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, now we did talk about a tree. Squiggles and wiggles, squiggles and wiggles. I'm just going to grab a Sharpie. One of the fine liner Sharpies. Okay. Oh, look at that zoom. Woohoo. Yeah, Sharpie pen. This one says medium. Okay. And we're going to just... I want the tree to kind of come up this way. And get a thicker bottom through here. Just throw that line under there. I should have done that beforehand. And then right here we're going to have a branch that's going to come up, and then I'm going to follow it. Not exactly. Okay. The lines are not going to be perfect. Let me see if we can bring it down just a hair. Okay, so I'm going to go to the end and follow it again, and this time I'm going to go a little bit wider and make a little triangle-y piece right there. And we're going to come up and have a little branchy there. Just follow it along. And I think we're going to go right off the page because this tree is a biggin. It's been growing for a lot of years. And then right here is a little split. And then maybe there's another little piece back there. And then we just fill it in. Now, trees kind of do grow in a linear form, but they're not straight. So you can see my lines are kind of wiggly. Wiggly, squiggly. Okay. Lift this. I should have done this beforehand. Just kind of fill it in down there. Nothing fancy, guys. Because we want that background to still kind of poke through like it's done with everything else. So I'm just making squiggly wiggly lines up my tree. Just like so. A little dark area right here. I'm going to accentuate that. Maybe there's a hole in the tree. Some little creepy critters living right in there. And then we just add some branches. Single little. They go left, they go right, they cross over each other. Right into the moon. Just like so. You can have as many or as few as you want. And there we go. We've just added ourselves a nice little tree. But bam! Shrimp! I love shrimp. Okay, and down here at our base, we have a little issue. Don't know what I'm going to do down there. What do we have in our stamp set? We have Beware. I usually don't stamp words on the front of my cards. That might be cute. The Open You If You Dare looks cute, but I don't know if that's going to fit. That's not going to fit. Okay. Maybe if we did another layer and put Beware on it. And put it right there. Just a little strip of something. You know what comes in strips? Ribbon comes in strips. See what kind of ribbon I have. We can add a pop of color. No, not that one. We can add some Spideys. A little bit of Hooters. Maybe just a little bit of black. Oh, that's cute. Got some little skeletons and a little bit of black. Those skeletons are going the wrong way. Nope. Not the right color. Fish taco. Kind of deciding if I want to layer some stuff up across the bottom. Right here. Do it black and then do our little Beware. That might be cute. Although I feel like it's a little too far down. maybe if we did it. Ooh, I like that. Even though we cut off a little bit of the fence, I'm liking that. A lot better right there. So we're just going to snip off a little bit of this. Put that there. Put that there. And then we'll stamp the beware on a little piece of white paper. And we shall emboss that. Or maybe we'll just do black. We'll see how it looks with just black. I just tried to ink it with the lid. Did you see that? That beware was a little dirty. Okay, let's try that again. I think I pushed too hard on it. That's better. That's better. And then we're just going to trim it super close. Kind of an interesting font. Just kind of wiggling it back and forth so I get a jagged bottom. It's not really following it exactly. It's so tiny though. Need my fat fingers. We did it! And then we can see, oh yeah, see, that'll work really good. Fresh tuna. Guys are making me hungry. And I just ate. I ate before I came live today. Had some baked chicken legs with some macaroni and cheese and green beans out of the can, not fresh. I don't like them fresh. They taste funny. No, oh. Just lost the glue dot. It didn't want to stick. That was rude. Just fetch it out of there. But why do I spend lots of money on pet beds and my cat sleeps in an Amazon box? Right? Our cat, Ms. Carmel, she sleeps in our baskets and stuff that we have lying around the house. So we just line them with old blankies, and my husband was throwing out a shirt and she was laying on it, and so I put it inside the basket and kind of took the shirt and lined the basket with it, and she loves it. She loves to sleep in there now. But yeah. Oops. That's too low. I messed up. Gotta move that up. Gotta move it up. There we go. Okay. I think when I... No. Okay. My hands are sticky or something. Hello, Linda. Are you getting ready for your live, dear? We're going to ask you all about your wedding. Your son's wedding. Somebody's wedding we're asking about. Don't have to answer here. I hear you talk about it over there. I'm almost done with this card, and we shall head that way. Hi, Dee. How are you doing? Oh, a stick. Or not. Okay. Oh, that one's a no-go. Aww. Okay, Linda. I hope you're okay. I found my snowflake. I lost it the other day. Putting them all away. I was like, oh, I lost one. So Linda won't be live tonight. Which I'm sad to hear, but definitely got to take care of yourself, my dear. Oh my goodness. Just need to cut that piece just a little too small. And it's, ugh. Yeah. Well, you got a lot going on, girl. You got your mom. The last I heard, your mom was still in the hospital. You know, that's stressful. She's got pneumonia. Guys, send her good vibes. And then the wedding and life in general. Lots of things. Okay. Then we have our little beware. We're going to get a little goobies on there. Because we're going to stick this to the ribbon. And glue dots come in different sizes. They have teeny weeny glue dots. They have these medium-sized glue dots, which you can fold over to fit in anything you want. Lots of good vibes going out for Miss Linda and her family. Well, I think I need to stick that down so it doesn't pop up. Only because I've got that beware on there. Use those tweezers to work to your advantage, and I'll be darned if I didn't get that crooked. Something happened. Okay. Piece of glue. Since I peeled that other one up, it peeled the paper. Is that a stencil? The house was definitely a stencil. It was part of this Hampton Art Studio G set. Oh, it's soaking in the tub. I was like, where'd it go? It is soaking because we took the plain white texture paste and we added 2 drops of the distress paint, and we made our own black texture paste, and it dried beautifully. It would have been nice if she was a stencil now. I might have to make one. But yeah, so that's just a Hampton. It's an oldie. You know, one of their Halloween bundles that they put out at either Joann's or Michael's. But yeah. So there's that. And this is a full 5x7 because I didn't trim anything down before I started working and forgot. But that's okay. Nope, that's a 5x7, but that's not what I need. Do I not have any regular 5x7s? Oh, there they are. They're in the back. I was like, I know I made some 5x7s. Those away. 5x7s. Okay, so this one. And if you guys ever cut your paper and it's got that little lip, don't panic. You don't even have to cut it off because it just makes it a little bit easier for people to open the cards. Okay. And I'm going to put that one on the back side. So then it's got a nice little grip that they could actually pop that with. And we have a little bit of stenciling, a little bit of stamping, a little bit of drawing, embossing, some ribbon, and some homemade stencil. Homemade stencil. Gotta love that. So, find my glue. Pardon my reach. Yeah, that's it is a cute little beware. It reminds me of Western, you know, Western signs. And then we're just gonna, uh-oh. Somebody didn't clean their bottle again, or left the pin out too long. So, if you get a bottle of glue and it's sticky, if you put the pin in and pull up, twist your bottle. And then when you're pulling up, kind of pull at an angle. Not so much to bend your needle, but just so it scrapes the sides. Just let it scrape the sides. And then you've got glue. Boop, boop. I'm using a little bit more than normal, only because this is a watercolor card, and I want it to make sure it sticks. And I am going to grab my card, because they're exactly the same size. I'm just going to pinch them together. Stand them together, and pinch them together. And then flip and press. I miss Jean tonight. Yep, she is hanging out with her granddaughter, Katie. Yes, I will have the stencil in my shop. I just have to get a few cut out so that when the orders start coming in. Yes, Cindy. I saw that. I'll accept that in a little bit. When the orders start coming in, I can mail them out. And I got to order a couple of more stencil packs because I can maybe make 5 sets right now. And yeah, I just got to get some packaging and stuff so I can make them and sell them. Oh, I should have brought my tablet up, you guys. I'm super excited. I'm working on some Halloween designs. The ones that you can print and then foil. Let me tell you. I'm also considering printing and foiling them myself and then selling them pre-foiled. So if you don't have the foiling capabilities, you can still buy them foiled and all pretty. But I've got a really great looking Frankenstein and his bride. I'm so excited. I just got to finish up the details on them, make sure they're nice and beautiful and will hold a foil. You know, I got to do the rigorous foiling to make sure it foils good. So lots of good stuff headed your way to my shop and everything. Just got to get out of my own headspace, you know how that goes. But there it is, you guys. Look what we made tonight. And this beauty will be going out to somebody in the chat. So if you do not want this, you just kindly say, I don't want a Halloween card. Okay. And I will remove your name for the drawing, because I'm going to do that privately, so it's a surprise. And I will mail this out, okay? Otherwise, if you've made a comment in the chat, like Diane and Daisy and Linda, you could possibly be getting this in the mail. Jean was gone? What? Just kidding. And there's Jean. Heard y'all missing me? That's hilarious. All right. A lot of stress is off because it looks like the video. You guys, I'm just checking. I want to check my video. It still looks good on my phone. Way better than last night's. I almost cried watching back video last night. The white balance and stuff was hideous, and I was so sad. But look, so fun. I'm glad. Although I may do away with the picture-in-picture because I don't know if I can fix the lighting for that. D sent a friend request confirm. All right. No Halloween cards for me either. Okay. Oops, Diane and Oz says no Halloween card. Alrighty, so Diane and Pam, well, I kind of figured Pam was off the list, but that is okay. Does not hurt my feelers. So yeah. Oh, you guys want to see how I get these prepped? You know, you guys usually just see them in the mail. They're ready to go. See? Look at 1, 2, 3, 4 cards going out in the mail tomorrow. I've got me a little case for all of my stamps and stuff. I have been doing my own print and cut feature on the Cricut with some stickers. And they're pretty cool. I just print them with the laser printer, or the inkjet printer, because they come in color. Print them with the inkjet and then cut it out on the Cricut. And then I peel them off the pad, and this is what I get. So then you guys, you get your little sticker. We have to double check to make sure it's the back and on the bottom. We set that little cutie patootie right there. Then we grab ourselves my favorite dollar store pen. These pens at the dollar store, I love them. The R2s. And then we just sign and date. Aha, that's it. That card just needs a little envelope and a little something something in the middle. And my stamps are ready to go right there. That's gonna get mailed off tomorrow. We're sending out some happy mail. And Linda's reminding that she is not having a live tonight. She's had a busy day. Busy. Just tell people you're trying to look ghostly. Kim, she's like, I heard I will probably live, maybe. Oh, you guys are so funny. Oh, that's really nice, Kim. I care because I want you guys to have a really good video and not have to strain your eyeballs to watch what's going on. All right. Yes, love all the something. All right. Well, I do thank you for hanging out with me. This is one of our longer lives, even though it's just mainly when you're doing your paste and stuff, you've got to take the time. Embossing takes time. But that's not all we did now, is it? No, let's remind everybody what we did today. We took and we stamped this, and after we chopped up our paper, we hosed up a couple of pieces with that, and I swear that I'm missing one. Yep, there it is. So we took our one big sheet of watercolor paper, and then we chopped it down to play with, and we made 3 more backgrounds. Okay, and then we cleaned up our mess. We had extra paint, so we made some other goodies, all while working on this beauty. So sometimes do the stuff that has to dry all at once. So if you need to make 10 cards and you want them all to look like this, stencil it, clean your stencil it, and just write down the line. And by the time you're done with the last one, the first one will be dry and you can keep on trucking. I thank you all so much. Be sure to give a thumbs up if you liked the video. If you do give a thumbs down, please let me know why. Maybe it's something I can change. Also, if you like notifications, turn on that bell for all and you will know when I go live. If you don't like notifications, you can head over to Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends and join over there, and we have a new calendar up so that you can see when the dates are. Let's see if I've got that in my clipboard still. Facebook group, send. So there's the Facebook group, and clipboard. For those that were looking for Abraham and you watched till the end of the video, there is his link again. And Miss Linda is not live tonight, but she will be next Wednesday, hopefully. So we'll cross our fingers for that. And we will see you maybe Friday. I am aiming for Friday, late afternoon. Eastern time on Facebook, on our Chat with Sassy's Crafty Friends Facebook group. I'm going to see how well we can go live there and do bonus lives just for our group. Okay? So if you'd like to join me on Friday, keep a lookout. We'll see you next time, my crafty friends. Bye-bye. Ooh, where's my hands? I don't even know where I am. Can we do a zoom out? Let's see.